Hello and welcome back to the final video of How Do Successful People Think? And this is the exciting one where we're going to bring all of our 6 higher faculties together to achieve what it is that you really want in life. And you can achieve anything that you want. We are creative beings. It's built into our nature to want more in life, but we tend to get stuck in that hamster wheel of life, conformity. So we're going round and round, doing the same thing day in, day out, without looking at the bigger picture, what we could actually be doing, or stopping and thinking for a moment, what do I really want in life and how can I achieve it? Or you might think, well, that's what I'd really like to be doing, but I could never achieve that. So you just keep going along with conformity. But I'm assuming you're here because you've decided that you want to do something differently and you know what you want to do, or you've just got this feeling, I want something different in life, don't know what it is yet, but either way you want to move on and you want to understand how it is that you can use your higher faculties to help you achieve what it is that you really desire in life. So what we're going to start with is the first 3 steps, and this is the sort of foundation to build on achieving that life that you really want to create. So we're going to look at your vision first. What is it that you really, and I know I keep saying this has to be a passion. You don't want to be thinking of any limitations, so I can't do that because of money, I can't do that because of qualifications, or anything like that. You just need to find yourself somewhere quiet, maybe light some candles, put on some soft music, and just allow your mind to wander, daydream, and just think about how you see yourself truly living your life that you'd really like to live. And say no limitations. And so we're using our imagination now. As I say, I love this because you can build on it. I started off with my initial vision, but it got bigger and bigger once I realised that I can actually achieve things. So I started visualising things much bigger. So that's the vision. So you know what it is, how you want to live your life. Then we need to look at your purpose in life, because we all have a purpose in life. We all have a talent, a gift that we can offer the world. It's just tapping into that, what it is that you have to offer, because we all serve the world in some way, because whatever you're doing at the moment, you'll be offering a service or a product that people benefit from. So we're looking for a way that you want to be serving people, the way you want to be doing it, not because you're going out to work, doing a job because it just puts food on the table. That's not what we're talking about. That is a chore. That is just a functional. This is your purpose. What is it you really want to do to make a difference in the world? If you can make a difference in the world globally, that is fantastic. But we're looking at in your area of what will be your expertise. So just decide what your purpose is. So we've got your vision, we've got your purpose in life, and now we're going to set the goal. Now this is the goal that you're aiming for, that will that will allow you to live this vision. And so that's going to be how you're going to earn your money. How much do you need to earn? How do you really want to do it? Make you happy? Are you changing now because you want to work less hours but earn the same amount of money? Have you changed your mind that you don't no longer want to work for somebody, you want to work from home? There's all sorts of different things and goals. So your goal is what you're going to set in stone that you want to achieve, that again is going to see you achieve this vision. Now your goal has to be very clear. You have to write it down in great description of exactly what it is you want to achieve, and write it in the present as if you've already achieved it, and date it. I knew there was something else. Put a date on when you're going to achieve it by. Otherwise you're just drifting along. You haven't got any focus, so you really must put a date on it when you want to achieve it by. Okay, now we're going to move on to my favourite little fantastic person. He comes into everything. He's wonderful. Must give him a name. So we've got your mind. You've got your conscious mind, where your thoughts are. Your subconscious mind, which is your emotional mind, where all your feelings are. And then you've got your body, which is where you act out what it is you want to achieve. So as we've mentioned a couple of times already this week, but this is very important to build on, because this is your attitude. And I've said before, attitude tends to be referred to in a bit of a negative way, but your attitude is how you approach life. And so this is your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Now we're going to be using our conscious mind to come up with ideas on how you can achieve your goal, which will ultimately see you achieve your vision. So you're going to have thoughts coming in of what you want to achieve. Now, as I've said before, you can accept or reject anything in your conscious mind. So you need to mould your thoughts around the positive. How can I do this? And then you'll be engaging feelings in a positive way. You'll be enthusiastic, excited, happy, going back to your visualization, using your imagination. How are you going to feel when you actually achieve all that? And then you'll be taking action in a positive way. Now, there are several things, mainly two, that are going to work against you that you need to be aware of. In fact, we're going to mention three. There's the outside influences. Now, this will play a big part, because we usually conform. We go through life ticking the boxes, what everybody expects you to do. And so when you're doing something slightly different, you're going against the masses and you're going off on a little different tangent, people will start saying, "Oh, are you sure about that? You can't achieve that." Previous experiences, so we're going to go, your memory's going to come in here as well. Previous experiences are going to come into play and say, "Well, I've tried something similar before," or "Look what happened when I did this," and it start trying to put you off building up a positive approach to this, because you'll start building feelings of doubt, worry. So you only want to focus on memories that are going to be constructive, positive, embrace positive feelings of previous experiences where you've had really good results, and focus on how that made you feel. Another one that's going to come into play in here is limiting beliefs programmed into your subconscious mind. It's called paradigm. I'm not going to go into it today. To start on it, I do an hour's masterclass on it, so it's a big subject, but it's where all your habitual behaviour is controlled and your beliefs. And if you've got limiting beliefs, we tend to talk about this in a bit of a negative way, because it's the ones that tend to block us from moving forward. There are obviously positive beliefs you have and positive behaviours. But the ones that are going to come in to play here is because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. If I can explain that the subconscious mind always likes to keep you where you feel comfortable. It's basically trying to protect you. So if you start having ideas that are taking you away from that comfort zone, you get that feeling. It's your mind communicating with you through your body. You get that uncomfortable feeling, and you get a bit maybe nervous, maybe excited nervous, because you're doing something new, but you're getting that butterflies because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which is a good feeling. Not the first time you experience it, but it means that you're stretching yourself. So you are growing and you're developing in the right direction to get your goal. So you need to be aware of all these things, that past memories, outside influences, and your limiting beliefs are all going to work to stop you from going down this path to your new goal. Let's put in here, new goal. actions for your new goal. And I can guarantee these happen. They certainly did for me many times. But you have to work through it. But this is where we're going to bring in the will, so that you are 100% laser focused on exactly what it is you want to achieve. You've got your goal set, date set, you know exactly where you're going, and you're not allowing anything to distract you. And that's where your will is very important. Totally, totally focused. Now you might get little wobbles, but you just always bring it back. I've experienced all this, so I know it happens, but you can work through it. So you have to be laser focused on what it is you want to achieve. Now your intuition, which is a hard concept to embrace. If you've looked into the sort of mindset before, then you're probably already aware of how it works. But from your session yesterday, you'll appreciate that your intuition is engaging with that higher intelligence, that massive energy that's out there, which is basically your personal Google. Once you give your mind a question, a task to do, it'll go to work and it won't rest until it's found the answer for you. And it is going out to that intelligence, that greater power out there. And you do this through meditation. If I can explain it in a way that if you must have done this many a time, you'll think you've seen an actor on TV and you can't think of his name. You haven't got Google to hand. And you think, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, it'll come to me in a minute. And then you forget about it. And then maybe several hours later you go, oh, bingo, that was his name. That's because you have given your mind a task. You've asked it a question and it'll keep going until it finds the answer for you. Okay. So this is your intuition, and in order to tap into this, you have to meditate. And this is a really, really key part. Successful people do. They take time out to meditate. It was a mistake I made in my early days of setting out in my business, because I was busy beavering away, doing this, that and the other, setting things up, and I thought, I haven't got time to meditate. And I became stuck. I got a bit of a block. I couldn't move on any further. And it's because I wasn't tapping into my intuition and originating thoughts and ideas that were right for me to achieve my goal. So you need to meditate with a calm mind, which is, you need to do a good 15-20 minutes a day. As I say, successful people do this. You won't find successful people dashing around saying, I haven't got time to meditate. You do have to make time, which is what I had to do. I had to stop and make time, because that is when your brain, so I'm going backwards and forwards a bit here, but basically when your mind is calm and you're meditating, your brain waves are at that creative frequency. And 20 minutes of meditating on those alpha waves, which are your creative waves, is so much more powerful than dashing around like a lunatic trying to do lots of different things, coming up with different ideas. You will achieve so much more in a day by meditating for 20 minutes and allowing that creativity to flow. It will just make the path for you so much easier. So make sure that's something you do. So we've got a few things going on here. You've got to read your goal card every day. We're going to now move on to your behaviours and your self-image, your attitude, how you're expressing yourself to the world. Going back to me again, I went from being cabin crew to having my own business. Now, having that self-image, attitude, beliefs was fantastic when I was a cabin crew. I put my uniform on, drive to the airport, and I was in the right mindset to face any challenge that was thrown at me on the aircraft, and I loved it. But now moving on, I had to step out of that self-image and create one that was going to better serve me to achieve setting up my own business. So you need to look at what it is that you need to work on to achieve what it is you want in life. It could be you need to maybe get some qualifications to get the job that you want. It may be you lack confidence or self-esteem. So lots and lots of different things. What you need to do is identify what it is that you need to work on, which is another thing you have to put aside time for, is self-development. It's another key thing successful people always do, is they're always growing and developing, learning more. So put aside some time each day for that, so you're growing all the time. So this is you've got your image. Again, write it down in great detail how you see yourself being to achieve what it is. It's the better version, sorry, not better, it's a greater version of yourself, and act that person. Really embrace it with all the emotions of how do you feel being that more confident person. Maybe you can see yourself on stage now as a speaker that you think you couldn't possibly do. There's all sorts of things that you can think about, but start acting that person before you actually achieve it, because that will help massively in that step forward. I hope that makes sense and I've explained that in a very clear way, because this is, as I say, it's so much to bring together, and there are lots and lots of different elements outside of this. This is just a very condensed introduction. So we're focusing on your self-image. Write it down, read it every day. You've got your goal, read that every day in the present. So you are impressing on your subconscious mind, remembering your subconscious mind can't reject anything. So whatever you tell it, it will accept. So if you're telling it, I've already achieved my goal, I'm already this person, then with repetition, this is why you read it every single day, it will embrace that, and your feelings and your thoughts will start to flow and create that vision that you want. Well, that's a very condensed version on how to achieve what it is that you want in life. If I can help you in any way, please book a discovery call. Let's have a chat. I love chatting, I love helping people. It's free, and maybe it's not me that can help, but I can point you in the right direction of where you can best get help to achieve that life that you deserve in life. Everybody deserves that ideal life that they want. So thanks very much for being with me for over the last 8 videos, and I hope we catch up again at a later date. Take care. Bye.